Hi everybody, welcome back. Today is a video for my single people out there, and we're going to be asking, what will your next relationship be like? We're going to do a 5-card spread, and each position in the spread has its own question. So the 5 questions that we're asking today is, how will you feel in the relationship? What signs can you look for to know it's your next relationship? What are the strengths of this relationship? What are the challenges of this relationship? And lastly, some advice for the greater good. And again, the overall arching question is, what will your next relationship be like? Hopefully you gain some insight in this video. As always, take what resonates and leave the rest. So I want you to take a look at the 3 crystals here on the table and meditate, relax, clear your mind a little bit. Select a pile that resonates with you, and then go to the description and click on the timestamp for the pile that you've picked. Take what resonates and leave the rest. Again, it's always important to keep that in mind. Today for our deck, we're going to be using the Goliath Tarot Deck. This is actually more of a shadow work tarot deck, but I like to use this for love and relationship readings because it gives a very honest, truthful perspective on things. It doesn't, I don't even know how to describe it. It doesn't lead you astray. It doesn't, make you delusional about what things are going to be like. It gives you a very honest perspective, which I like. And lastly, if you haven't already, please like, subscribe, and if you have a question that you would like for me to address in the next video, leave a comment and I can absolutely do that. Otherwise, take a second and pick the pile that's resonating with you. Okay, pile number 1, welcome to your reading. Let's find out what your next relationship will be like. Again, we have the 5 cards here, each with their own questions. We're going to start with the first one. How will you feel in this relationship? Okay, 5 of Cups reversed. I think you might be fresh out of an old relationship. So you might have recently experienced a breakup, and that has brought a lot of loss, sadness, and things like that. But since this card is reversed, how you'll feel in this relationship, this new relationship, is that it's bringing you out of that dark period in your life resulting from this breakup or this loss. And I think this relationship will actually allow you to heal yourself, which is good. So it's not that you'll be chasing the pain away with this new relationship. You'll actually be actively trying to heal yourself through this relationship, and it will bring you a lot of peace and happiness, I think, in my opinion. Next, we have what signs to look for to know it's your next relationship. We have the High Priestess. So in terms of physical signs, I think cats, moons, the moon, or moons, I guess, the moon, and religious symbols here. But in terms of feelings that you might feel that might serve as a sign that this is the right person, there'll just be an inner knowing. You'll just know that it's the right person, and you'll feel very peaceful about it and feel very calm about it. It's not going to be a relationship that brings a lot of confusion or uncertainty. You'll be very certain in it, and you will feel at peace with this person, which I think is wonderful. The next card we have here, what are the strengths of this relationship? The 4 of Wands. So there's going to be a lot of positivity, a lot of great things in this relationship. It'll be very joyous. It'll bring a lot of freedom. I think both of you will feel very independent and very free in the relationship, and not that you're tied down or restricted by your partner. There's also going to be an equal give and take of love. So again, a very equal relationship. Both of you are very loving and both of you are very giving. And it's going to allow you to let go of the past a little bit, which ties back into this 5 of Cups reversed here. This card can sometimes come up to indicate an anniversary of some sort. So perhaps this relationship might be more long-term, and you might experience some anniversaries with this person. Okay, what are the challenges that you might face in the relationship? Okay, so the 5 of Wands is a conflict card. So I guess with all of the, great positive things that will be coming, there will be some difficult times. There will be some fights. And when I see the 5 of Wands in this deck, I definitely think sharp tongues. So you guys might be saying things to each other that are not very nice, especially when a conflict arises. So let's see Let me pull another card here so we can see what kind of things you'll be getting into conflict about. Okay, we have the Two of Wands here. So I think that these conflicts will be about maintaining power and control in the relationship, wanting too much to have control or wanting too much to have power, and then that leads to some fights, some verbal fights. Particularly because somebody might be holding on a little too strongly to their values or their thoughts or things that they think that we should be doing in the relationship, and wanting to influence or control the other person, and that might lead to some pushback and some verbal fights. But I think that, this is a very, very positive card, one of the most positive cards in the deck. So I don't think that this is going to be like a deal breaker or anything like that. This might just be something that you guys will have to work through. Okay, our last position, advice for the greatest good. We have the Fool. The advice for the Fool card is very simple. Just take the leap. Don't hesitate. If it feels right, if you're seeing the sign and feeling the signs, if it feels right, just go for it. Don't think too deeply about it or you'll talk yourself out of it. So when this person presents themselves in your life, or maybe they already have, take the leap and go for it. I guess this could be like expressing your feelings for them if you do have feelings with them, or if they ask you out on a date, just say yes. Don't think about it too deeply. Don't try to change the plans, just go for it and say yes. Just take the leap. I hope that this relationship looks very exciting to me, and I hope that it works out for you and that you get to experience it soon. Again, it's important to take whatever has resonated for you in this reading and leave the rest here. Not everything is going to apply because these are collective readings. So take what resonated. And if you have a question that you would like me to answer in the next video, feel free to leave a comment. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching. If you feel like this didn't resonate for you at all, feel free to go back to the beginning and pick another pile. All right, pile number 2, welcome to your reading. Let's see what your next relationship will be like. Again, we have the 5 cards here. Each card represents its own question. So we'll start with the first question. How will you feel in the relationship? Okay, we have the 8 of Pentacles. So I think that you might feel that your hard work has paid off in the relationship. I'm kind of getting the vibe that this might be someone that you've had feelings for a while, and you've been something hasn't allowed you to have a relationship with them yet. So maybe you've been slowly working on your relationship with them, building up a friendship, but you'll feel like that your hard work has paid off. Perhaps when you are in the relationship with them, you will still feel like you're working towards a goal. So I think that you might have ideas, long-term goals for this relationship with this person that you'll be working towards. And it's not that this is definitely not going to feel like a chore for you. You're going to be very passionate about this person, this relationship. You're going to love planning, working, doing things with this person. And it's going to feel like the hard work has really paid off. Let's see for question number 2, what signs can you look for to know it's your next relationship? 7 of Pentacles. Oh my gosh. Okay. So I'm excited about this because this card is the rewarded frog. You can see here. It symbolizes the hard work having paid off. And so I do think that this is a person that you already know and you have liked for a long time. But in terms of physical signs, you can see in the image in the card, we have plants, the Venus flytraps, the frog, the flies. Right now it's summertime when I'm filming this. So I think of being outside and all of a sudden all these bugs appear out of nowhere. People sometimes think that a kind of is a negative sign, but in this case, I don't think so. So if you're outside with this person and a bunch of bugs appear out of nowhere, or you're hearing frogs, or there's a lot of green, those might be signs. But you might already have a person in mind, especially if you have liked them for a long time. Okay, and you're going to feel very satisfied. I think that's, in terms of feelings, signs and feelings, satisfied is the biggest one that you want to look for. For card number 3, we have what are the strengths of this relationship. Let's take a look. we have the Sun, one of the most positive cards in the deck. I feel like this is a very good omen for this relationship. It's going to be very happy, very harmonious. I think that in terms of strengths, you'll have family support on both of your sides for this relationship. And there's going to be just unconditional love. It's going to be radiating positivity. Everyone will be able to see how happy you are. This is a great sign for this relationship, and I'm very excited for you. Next card we have, what challenges will you face? Three of Wands reversed. Okay, this could be way worse for challenges. This is actually not that bad. I think you guys might just be homebodies, and you might not get out much. So that might cause some tension in the relationship. And I can see that, especially if you guys are at home together all the time and you're in each other's faces, then, you know, that's kind of how bickering starts and little fights start. So you guys might just be homebodies, and there's a lot of like feelings of like work and satisfaction and long-term goals and things like that. So because of all of these long-term goals that you have, you just might forget. You might be thinking too long-term, and you might forget to do things now. Like, you guys should be having fun now in the present. Don't save it all for the future, because you don't know what the future holds. So make sure you're having fun now and doing things now and getting out of the house together. Last, we have some advice for the greater good. We have Judgment reverse. So don't judge the other person too harshly. I can see here that there's a lot of long-term planning happening, so make sure that you're not judging the other person too harshly and you accept them for who they are. And maybe even before you take any more action in this relationship, really think about how you want to move forward and what exactly these goals are. Again, there's a lot of long-term thinking happening here, so make sure that you understand what it is that you really want before you move forward in the relationship. And lastly, this card can indicate acting in haste. Be careful. Think before you act. Don't act in haste. Make sure that, I don't know what the word is, I don't know, don't rush into things. That's what I was thinking of. Don't rush into things with this relationship. Okay, so take whatever has resonated for you here and leave the rest. If you feel like none of this resonated, feel free to go back to the beginning and select another pile. Otherwise, feel free to leave a comment at the bottom of the video if you have a question that you want me to answer, and like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope that this did resonate for you. Okay, pile number 3, welcome to your reading. Let's find out what your next relationship will be like. Again, we have a 5-card spread here. Each card represents its own question and will give us its own insight about this new relationship. So let's start with number 1, which is how you'll feel in this relationship. Okay, 3 of Pentacles. I think that the person that you'll be in the relationship with, they could be older than you in age. They could just be more mature. They could be wiser, because the 3 of Pentacles is an energy of learning. The main character, quote unquote, in this card is this figure down here, and it's learning from the 3 figures up here. So you'll be learning a lot from this person, and you might feel like you're being tested a little bit. It might push you out of your comfort zone because this person is more experienced, older, wiser, more mature, etc., etc. And at times you might kind of feel like, I'm a little out of my league here. Let's find out for number 2. What signs you can look for to know it's your next relationship. Okay, 9 of Cups. Looking at the imagery in the card, this could be, you might see a pelican, you might see fish, might be around the water, so beach, maybe lake, river, things like that. In terms of feelings, signs and how you feel, being with this person is going to feel like an achievement, like you've fulfilled your dreams, you've met your goals, you're very, very happy with this person. You just feel blessed around this person. So I think those are feelings to look out for in terms of signs. But something might occur around the water, or you might see a pelican, fish, things like that with this person. That could be a sign as well. Let's find out what the strengths are of this relationship. Okay, we've got the Knight of Swords. This to me is a very masculine energy. So I think the masculine aspects of the relationship will come very easily. I don't know if this could be the masculine person and a masculine person in the relationship, or just those more masculine attributes come easily in the relationship. So that's like, there'll be a lot of energy. Like, you guys will like to do things together, and the relationship might actually move pretty quickly because of all of that energy. But you'll feel very certain about things, and I think that is a strength. You'll feel certain. There's not going to be much doubt about the relationship, and things are going to be very passionate. The more masculine energy might be the person that's taking the lead in things, and that will actually make things easier for the relationship, because one person might be taking the lead and making decisions and things like that. Okay, so let's find out what the challenges are in this relationship. Page of Cups. Interesting. This is a very feminine energy. So the masculine aspects of the relationship will become very easily and add a lot of benefit to the relationship. But the more feminine parts of the relationship, or the more feminine energy, might struggle a little bit or face some challenges. So that's things like expressing your feelings. So you guys might have very deep feelings for each other, but you both might be hesitant to talk about it, or one person might not like to talk about their feelings very much. And one person might struggle with trusting themselves. So this could tie back to this feeling of this other person is older, wiser, mature, etc., etc. And you might kind of feel out of your league a little bit. So you might have a hard time trusting yourself that this other person, that you're doing the right thing in the relationship, that this other person likes you, that, you know, it's okay to be soft and show your softer side. You know, let your guard down a little bit. That might be hard for you. Maybe because this other person is very, you know, take the charge, take the lead, moves very quickly, and you might feel like you're a little out of your league with them being older, mature, and then you feeling very lucky and incredibly blessed to be with this person. Okay, advice for the greater good, our last card here. 5 of Wands reversed. So the 5 of Wands can indicate that there might be some conflict happening, but here it's reversed. So it's advising you to avoid conflict. And you can do that by working together, remembering that you're a team. It's not just like two separate individuals hanging out together. You guys are a partnership and a team, and you have to support each other. It seems like there's a big difference in the energies here. We have a very strong masculine and then a very strong feminine energy. So you might have to meet each other in the middle, and you might have very different goals in life. You might be in different places in life, and you'll have to support each other. Don't let the little irritations and the little things get you down and get you guys into bickering and into fights and like ruin the relationship. Work together and remember you're on a team. Okay, I think that's all I have for you. I don't have none of these cards are speaking to me in terms of clarifications. But if you have an additional question or a question about this spread, feel free to leave it in the comment section and I will take a look. Otherwise, take what resonated, leave the rest. If you feel like this didn't really resonate with you at all, then please go back to the beginning. You can select another pile or check out another one of my videos. Perhaps I have another love reading. Maybe that one will have some information for you that might resonate. Otherwise, please like and subscribe. It really helps me out. And thank you for being with me today, and I hope you enjoyed your reading.